Hello everyone, welcome to the session. Myself Nagesh, your test automation trainer. In my previous session, I have explained how to run test cases parallelly using Firefox driver. In this current session, I am going to concentrate on cross-browser testing. Here I am going to explain how we can achieve multi-parallel cross-browser testing using Omelet framework. And I am also going to discuss about two different types of run strategies present in Omelet framework. Those are optimal and full. Cross-browser testing. Why we require cross-browser testing? In order to verify whether our website is compatible with different types of browsers, we used to execute same test cases on different browsers. Here we are taking three different browsers to test, that is Firefox, Google Chrome and Internet Explorer. From our previous videos, we experienced that we haven't provided any driver.exe in case of Firefox driver. But in order to work with Google Chrome and Internet Explorer, we need to provide driver.exe to our program to work with these browsers smoothly. In case of Google Chrome, we need to provide Chrome driver.exe, and in case of Internet Explorer, we need to provide IE driver server.exe. Where we can get these exes? We can get Chrome driver.exe and IE driver.exes from Selenium HQ download page. There you can get two different zip files for these two drivers. Extract those zip files and you can get the exes inside it. What next? Once we get those exes, in traditional way or old way, we used to write like for Chrome system.set property, and we used to provide Chrome driver exe path to our program. And in case of IE, we used to provide IE driver server.exe path to our program in order to work with these drivers. But here in case of Omelet framework, we no need to write this kind of piece of code. We just need to copy those two exes into the main resource folder of project source code, and we are going to provide which browser we want to work with in the form of XML file. Just we are going to provide the name of a browser in XML file so that our test will execute on those browsers. Just I will show you the demonstration how it will work. Here as usual I am taking a system under test, that is a beautiful site Amazon. Here I have only one test case, that is product search test. I am going to search a product in Amazon search, and I am going to verify the results whether the same product is displayed on website or not. So as we seen previously in Firefox local XML, I have only one browser, that is Firefox, and here if you see I have only one set of test data, and in testsuite.xml data provided thread count is equal to 1. In this case, if I execute this test case, test will execute only one time with Firefox driver. I can quickly show that test is started now, product search test, and Firefox is opened and it is searching for a product called pen, and the result contains pen, so it's successfully executed and build is successed. If we see the report again in target and surefire reports, then HTML reports, index.xml. Here if you see one test case executed, and the browser is Firefox. Okay, so if we want to work with three different browsers, how we can achieve it? In order to do that, as I already told you, we need to go Selenium HQ.org, this site, and just go to downloads, and here the Internet Explorer driver server you can get based on your system configuration, 32-bit or 64-bit. You can download from here. If you click on this, just see this portion. When I kept the cursor here, see it is showing IE driver server win32 2.53.0 zip. So you will get one zip file here. By clicking it, it will download to your local, and we need to simply extract it. You will get the exe of IE driver. And for Google Chrome, just go down here for Google Chrome driver. If you click this, you will get latest Chrome driver zip package. So there you can extract it and use it in your program. As I already downloaded these two into my local. Here you can see these two zip packages are downloaded, and I have extracted those. You can get Chrome driver and IE driver. These two drivers, we need to copy these two drivers. Just copy, and I am going to paste it here on this folder. See, I just copied this IE driver server and Chrome driver server. What next? Once we copy these two driver exes, we just need to provide the browser names. Here I have Firefox local.xml. Actually, I would have given like a browser local.xml, but okay, fine. Just open the Firefox local XML, and I'm going to copy this tag and paste it twice. And instead of Firefox here, I will give IE, and here Chrome. That's it. So once you do this, you just directly run this project. So this time it will execute test case 3 times, one time with IE, then one time with Chrome, then one time with Firefox. In this order we can achieve cross browser testing in Omelet framework very easily. Just it is executing on IE now. I think my internet is a bit slow. Okay, it's passed on IE and it started Firefox now. You can see Firefox, and again same test case is executing. It's searching for pen, and it's passed. On Firefox the execution is pretty fast, I think. It's also executing on Chrome now. That's all. We achieved cross browser testing by just adding two different exes in our source main resource folder, and we have added two tags: client environment, browser name is IE, and browser name is Chrome, and browser name is Firefox. So here now we have achieved cross browser testing, but the test execution is sequential mode. That means first it executed for Firefox, then IE, then for Chrome. But I want to achieve multi-parallel cross browser testing. What it means: at a time 3 different browsers need to be opened, and those need to be test the same test case. What I need to do? Only thing we need to do is pretty simple. In Omelet framework, just go to testng or testsuite.xml. Here data provider thread count is 1, but I am changing it to 3. Just see the magic. Now I am going to execute this test case again. This time 3 browsers will open parallelly. See, 3 different browsers are opening, and it is going to execute the same test case. See, IE and backend, we have third browser. See, 1 2 3 3 browsers, and text execution is very fast, and we have achieved in very less time. Total time is 25 seconds only. If you see the report also, just I am refreshing the report. Just maximizing it. See, in the first case it is taking IE, it is succeeded, and in second case it is Chrome, and in third case it is Firefox. Same test case executed with 3 different browsers. This is what I am talking about, multi-parallel cross-browser testing. And as part of our agenda, I am going to explain run strategies. First one is run strategy optimal. What it means? So run strategy optimal here is when we are doing parallel testing, multi-parallel cross-browser testing, if we give run strategy as optimal in our mapping.xml, I can show you where it is present in our code. If you go to mapping.xml here, you can see here for our test case we have given run strategy as optimal. If we give optimal, then if we have 4 different sets, for assume if we have one test case with 4 different sets of data, then first test case will execute with Chrome, second test data will execute with IE, third test data will execute with Firefox, and fourth one will execute with any one of these browsers. And in this second order, like if we have 2 different sets of data for one test case, first data will execute with IE, second will execute with Firefox, and any one of test data will execute with third Chrome. That means the maximum possible combination will form by minimum execution of one time test data or one time browser. If you see the total combination of test cases, if we calculate case 1, if test data count is greater than browser count in the first case, then combinations are 4, because 1 2 3 4 maximum possible combinations, and each one will execute with one browser, and the fourth data set will execute with any one of these browser. And in second case, if browser count is greater than test data count, combination will be browser count, because here we have 3 browsers. We need to, as part of cross browser testing, we need to cover 3 browsers, but we have only 2 test data. So one test data will work with IE, second will work with Firefox, and any one of these test data will be given to the Chrome driver, so that we can achieve optimal thing. I will demonstrate it in front of you quickly how we can do this. like I already explained, we already given the value run strategy is optimal, and we need to give test data. We should have 4 different test data: 2, 3 and 4. And I am going to give the number for each test data, like this is the first one, data set 1, and for second one I am going to give as 2. It is just in order to identify which data set is taken by which browser. I'm taking it's 3, sorry, it's 4. So we have 4 different data sets now, and in order to test, we need to give data provider count as maximum possible combination, so that I am giving 4 here, because we have 4 set of data at max. So I am giving data provider thread count as 4. So I am just running test case maven install. See, four browsers are opened simultaneously. Here in that 4 you can see 2 are Chrome, 1 is Firefox, and 1 is IE. Test is very quick. It's completed. We just verify which test data is taken by which browser. I'm just quickly refreshing the reports. Here we have 4 test cases executed. First one is Chrome. Chrome have taken test data number 4, and second one is Firefox. It have taken dataset 2. Third one is again Chrome. They have taken dataset 3, and here browser IE, here it is taken dataset 1. So it have covered all browsers and all test data. Here IE, Chrome and Firefox have been covered, and the test data 1 is here, 3 is here, 2 is here, and test data 4 is here. So minimum possible combinations, and it will cover both the test data and also browser. So here we have executed multi-parallel cross-browser testing with run strategy as optimal. What if we give run strategy as full? I'll just jump into the presentation again. In case of run strategy full, if we have, for example, if we have data sets, 3 data sets, and we have 3 different type of browsers, then each data set will execute with each browser. That means this first data set will execute with first one, second one and third one, and second also like that, and third also, with 3 different browsers. That means maximum possible combinations. Here in this case, what is the combination, how we can calculate the combination is like a dataset count into browser count. So if the same case, if we have for optimal, first dataset will execute with Internet Explorer, and second with Firefox, third with Google Chrome, because we are minimum one time we are going to cover in optimal. In that case, one data set will cover one time and one browser will cover one time, like that it will happen. But whereas in full condition, run strategy as full, if we have 3 data sets, each data set will execute with each browser. That means 3 into 3 as count 9. So I'll just quickly demonstrate the same. Here at most possible combinations are 9, so I am giving as 9 here the data provider thread count, and here in mapping.xml I am going to change this value as full. Okay, and as we already seen, we have 3 browsers in our browser.xml, and we need to have only 3 datasets, so I am taking one dataset off from here. So we have 3 datasets with 3 different browsers. As I told here, 3 into 3, 9 times it should execute the test. And as we are testing parallelly, this multi-parallel cross-browser testing, so here it should open 9 browsers, that means 3 of each IE and Chrome and Firefox. So total 9 instances of 3 browsers will open. That means 9 times this test case is going to execute 3 times with each browser. So I'm just re-verifying whether all things are set. I have 3 data sets, I have 3 browsers, and I have given run strategy as full, and I just cross checking whether data provider thread count is 9. So all set. I'm going to demonstrate it now. Maven install. So now 9 instances at a time should open. See, if you see here, so most of my system resources are utilized by these browsers. So here 9 instances open at a time, and test is running parallelly. So in this kind of situation, what we have to do, if we have to test multi-parallel cross-browser testing, we need to go for cloud, or we need to go for Selenium grid, where we can execute our test cases based on master and slave concept. There will be hub and there will be some nodes, so we can command nodes to execute with different browsers. At that time we don't get any issues with a resource, system resource. So our memory won't be out of our control. So here you can see again test cases are passed. I'm going to show the report here. Here again, if you see, 9 test cases got passed. If you see Chrome driver and the dataset 3, Firefox driver dataset 3, and the IE dataset 1, Firefox dataset 2, Chrome again, this is the third time, dataset 2. So Chrome is completed, and likewise Chrome one time, this is second time, this is third time. Here IE also 3 times and Firefox also 3 times, and the test data also distributed like first test data, second test data, third test data with Firefox, and for remaining browsers also all the test data combinations is executed with all three different type of browsers. This is what the full. At maximum combinations it will check, and each combination it will test all test data with all browsers. That is the full concept. So I have successfully demonstrated this feature of Omelet framework, and there I have few more cases which I want to show you guys. This is the different cases I have observed. At what condition we need to give data provider count as 1, at what condition it will be 3, at what condition it will be 9. So how we can calculate the maximum possible combinations in case of run strategy optimal, and in case of run strategy full. Everything I have explained clearly. And as we already seen, when we are executing multi-parallel cross-browser testing with 3 sets of data and with 3 browsers, 9 test cases executing parallelly. At that time system resource or system is gone very slow. To avoid these kind of things, we used to integrate our code. We used to commit our code in GitHub, and we used to integrate with CI tools like kind of free source Jenkins, and we used to execute on different browsers using grid also. So such kind of sessions I will take in following session, and that's all. Thank you all. Thanks for watching my video. If you have any kind of queries related to Omelet framework or related to Selenium, please feel free to post me in this email ID nagesh.joy007@gmail.com. Thank you.